Transformation, evolution, revolution, change is everywhere. In this video, we'll explore words that describe shifts, progress, and development. With definitions, real-life examples, and images, let's talk about the power of change in language. Mutation as noun. A sudden and permanent change in the DNA sequence of an organism, resulting in new characteristics or traits. An alteration or deviation from the usual form, structure, or function of something. Exposure to radiation can increase the likelihood of genetic mutations in living organisms. The development of antibiotic-resistant bacteria is a consequence of genetic mutations. Mutations in the virus's genome can lead to changes in virulence and transmissibility. The geneticist identified a rare mutation in the DNA sequence that caused the inherited disorder. The plant displayed an unusual leaf shape due to a spontaneous mutation in its genetic code. Variation as noun. A change or difference in condition, amount, or level, typically in comparison with something else. A deviation from the usual or expected form, function, or behavior. A modification or alteration. The artist created multiple variations of the same painting, exploring different color schemes and compositions. Genetic variation within a species is essential for evolution and adaptation. There was a significant variation in temperature between day and night in the desert. The chef introduced a new variation of the traditional dish, adding unique ingredients for a modern twist. Economic policies often undergo variation in response to changes in market conditions or government priorities. Modification as noun. A change or alteration made to improve or adapt something to a particular purpose or condition. The act or process of modifying or making changes to something. The teacher made modifications to the lesson plan to accommodate students with different learning styles. The software update included several modifications to enhance user experience and security. The architect presented proposed modifications to the building design based on client feedback. The contract required approval for any modifications to the original terms and conditions. The car underwent extensive modifications to improve its performance on the racetrack. Diversity as noun. The presence of a range of different social, cultural, or ethnic backgrounds within a group, community, or society. The state or condition of having a variety of different forms, types, or qualities. The inclusion of diverse elements or characteristics. Cultural diversity enriches society by fostering understanding and tolerance among different groups. Biodiversity refers to the diversity of plant and animal species within a particular ecosystem. The company values diversity and actively promotes diversity in its hiring practices. The city's diversity is celebrated through multicultural festivals and events throughout the year. The university campus reflects the diversity of its student population, with students from various countries and backgrounds. Progression as noun. A sequence or series of stages in development, growth, or improvement. The gradual unfolding or evolution of something over time. The process or act of progressing. Forward or onward movement or advancement. The progression of technology has revolutionized communication and connectivity. The disease follows a predictable progression, with symptoms worsening over time. The novel traces the progression of the protagonist from innocence to experience. The artist's work demonstrates a clear progression from early sketches to more refined compositions. The patient's recovery showed steady progression over the weeks following surgery. Alteration as noun. A change or modification made to something. The process or result of adjusting or modifying something. The tailor made alterations to the dress to ensure it fit perfectly. The alterations in the company's management structure were aimed at improving efficiency. The alterations to the original plan were necessary to accommodate unforeseen circumstances. The alterations in her appearance were subtle but noticeable, reflecting her changing style. The alterations in the landscape caused by deforestation have had significant environmental impacts. Fluctuation as noun. A deviation or oscillation from a stable or predictable state characterized by ups and downs or fluctuations. The act, process, or instance of varying or changing irregularly, often in terms of quantity, value, or level. The fluctuation in stock prices reflects the dynamic nature of financial markets. The fluctuation of the ocean tide is influenced by the gravitational pull of the moon and sun. Temperature fluctuations in the region can be quite dramatic, ranging from extreme heat to cold spells. Fluctuations in energy prices affect the cost of living for households and the profitability of businesses. Economic fluctuations can impact consumer spending, investment decisions, and overall business confidence. Flux says verb. To flow continuously or change constantly. To melt or fuse, especially in metallurgy. The river's water levels flux throughout the year due to changes in rainfall and snowmelt. The prices of stocks are constantly fluxing based on market conditions and investor behavior. The artist's creative process often involves fluxing between different styles and mediums. The software program fluxes its output based on user input and data analysis. The company is in the process of fluxing its marketing strategy to better target younger consumers. Innovation as noun. The introduction of something new, such as a product, method, or idea that brings about significant change or improvement. The process of creating or implementing new methods, products, or ideas to solve problems or meet needs. The smartphone revolution was driven by technological innovation in mobile communication. The innovation of renewable energy technologies has the potential to reduce carbon emissions and combat climate change. Sustainable innovation aims to develop solutions that meet present needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The company prides itself on its culture of innovation, constantly seeking new ways to improve its products. Educational innovation in online learning platforms has transformed the way students access and engage with course materials. Transformation as noun. A thorough or dramatic change in form, appearance, nature, or character. The act or process of changing in form, appearance, nature, or character. The transformation of technology has revolutionized communication and daily life. The company underwent a transformation with new leadership and a revised business strategy. The caterpillar's transformation into a butterfly is a classic example of metamorphosis in nature. Personal transformation often requires introspection and self-awareness. The transformation of the dilapidated building into a vibrant community center revitalized the neighborhood. Transition as noun. A change or passage from one form, state, stage, or place to another. The process or period of changing from one state or condition to another. The smooth transition between scenes in the film contributed to its overall coherence. The transition from childhood to adolescence can be a challenging time for many individuals. The transition from analog to digital technology has transformed many industries. The company is currently in transition as it adapts to new market trends. The transition from summer to autumn is marked by cooler temperatures and falling leaves. Shift as verb. To move or cause to move from one place or position to another. To transfer or exchange from one person, place, or situation to another. I'm going to shift my schedule to accommodate the meeting. The gears in my car won't shift properly. I need to shift my focus to other priorities. Can you shift the furniture to make more space? The responsibility will shift to someone else after I leave. Revolution as noun. A dramatic and wide-reaching change, especially in ideas, methods, or conditions. A forcible overthrow of a government or social order in favor of a new system. The French Revolution of 1789 led to the overthrow of the monarchy and the rise of democratic principles. The civil rights movement in the United States brought about a social revolution, leading to greater equality and justice. The Green Revolution in agriculture introduced new technologies that significantly increased crop yields. The digital revolution has revolutionized communication and information exchange worldwide. The Industrial Revolution transformed society with the advent of machinery and mass production. Adjustment as noun. A change made to a financial or other arrangement in order to make it fairer or more effective. The process of making minor changes or adaptations to something. The mechanic made some adjustments to the car's engine to improve its performance. Learning to play a musical instrument requires patience and frequent adjustments to technique. After moving to a new city, she made several adjustments to her daily routine to accommodate the different lifestyle. The company announced an adjustment to its pricing strategy in response to changes in the market. The therapist helped the patient make adjustments to their thought patterns to manage anxiety more effectively. Adaptation as noun. A modified version of something, especially a work of literature or film, created to suit a different medium or audience. The action or process of adjusting to new conditions or environment. The human body undergoes physiological adaptations during high-altitude exposure to cope with decreased oxygen levels. The film director made several adaptations to the original novel to better suit the screenplay format. The company's success was attributed to its quick adaptation to market trends and consumer demands. Birds' migration patterns are an example of behavioral adaptation in response to seasonal changes. The polar bear's white fur is an adaptation to its snowy environment, providing camouflage from predators. Metamorphosis as noun. A profound change in form, structure, or substance, a transformation. The process of development undergone by some insects, amphibians, and other organisms, involving a series of stages, such as egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The ancient myth of Pygmalion tells the story of a sculptor's statue that comes to life through metamorphosis. The artist's style underwent a dramatic metamorphosis as she experimented with new techniques and mediums. The caterpillar undergoes a remarkable metamorphosis into a butterfly. The tadpole experiences metamorphosis as it transforms into a frog. The company's metamorphosis from a small startup to a multinational corporation was impressive. Flux as noun. A continuous flow or movement, especially of a fluid. A state of change, especially rapid or constant change. The composition of the atmosphere is constantly in flux due to various natural and human-made factors. The flux of information on social media can be overwhelming at times. The economy is in a state of flux, with new regulations and policies being introduced regularly. The flux of traffic on the highway is particularly heavy during rush hour. The constant flux of new technology makes it difficult for companies to keep up. Development as noun. the act or process of bringing something into existence or making it more advanced or usable. The process of growth, advancement, or improvement, especially in complexity, skill, or quality. The development of a child's cognitive abilities is influenced by various factors, including education and environment. The city has undergone rapid development in recent years, with new buildings and infrastructure projects. The development of new technology has revolutionized various industries. The development of renewable energy sources is crucial for combating climate change. Personal development is essential for achieving success in both professional and personal life. Vicissitude as noun. A change or variation occurring in the course of something. Alternating or successive changes of fortune or circumstances. The stock market is known for its vicissitudes, with prices constantly fluctuating. The writer's life was filled with ups and downs, including many vicissitudes. The company has experienced many financial vicissitudes over the years. The coach helped the team navigate the vicissitudes of a long and difficult season. The artist's work reflects the vicissitudes of life and the human condition. Evolution as noun. The process of gradual development, change, or adaptation over time, typically resulting in the emergence of new forms, structures, or behaviors. The theory proposed by Charles Darwin and others, which posits that all species of organisms have descended from common ancestors through a process of natural selection, genetic variation, and environmental interaction. The theory of evolution by natural selection explains how organisms adapt to their environments over successive generations. Technological evolution has transformed the way humans communicate and interact with the world around them. Cultural evolution refers to the development of customs, beliefs, and social norms within human societies. The evolution of mammals from reptilian ancestors is a well-documented aspect of biological history. The evolution of language can be traced through historical records and linguistic analysis. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.